welcome back to the channel. Today it's time for my monthly Q&A video, and I want to thank everyone for the great questions and comments. If you have a question for me, please feel free to leave it in the comment section below, and I will include that in my next month's video. So I have my list of questions right here. The first one is from Andreas. He says, "Hi Dave, I just got the film Symbiopsychotaxiplasm, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, from the Criterion collection, which is spine number 360. My question is this time is, have you seen this movie, or do you have it in your collection? If not, I can recommend it highly." I don't have this one. It is on my wish list, and I know that it is on the Criterion channel. So thanks so much for that recommendation, and hopefully I'll get to that one very soon. The next question comes from Santiago. He says, "What is a 2021-2022 film you're very excited about?" I'm really looking forward to Guillermo del Toro's Nightmare Alley. One of the films I'm really looking forward to is a movie called Halloween Kills, which is a continuation of the Halloween series. Now, this is the last Halloween film, obviously based on the original John Carpenter movie from 1978. But Halloween Kills, I've seen the trailer for that. Really like it a lot. I think there were quite a few spoilers in it, but I'm really looking forward to that particular film. Also from the Criterion collection, I'm looking forward to the release of High Sierra as well as The Incredible Shrinking Man. I think those are going to be great releases. And then just in general, No Time to Die, the new James Bond film, hoping that's going to come out soon. I'm looking forward to that. I love James Bond films. West Side Story from Steven Spielberg, and then the new Ghostbusters movie. I'm really looking forward to that. So if you have a movie that you're looking forward to, also let me know in the comments below. I love suggestions and recommendations. The next question comes from Rhine1988, Justin, who also has a great YouTube channel, and I will link that in the description below. Justin, thanks for this question. What are 5 movies you would love to see get a Criterion release? Keep up the great videos. I love your channel, and I really enjoy your channel as well. So I've actually pulled 7 films here that I think would be great to get a Criterion release on. This first one is an early Scorsese film called Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore. I love this movie, and I think we need more Scorsese on Criterion if you're listening. I love this movie, and this actually came in a box set of some early Scorsese films. The next one is a movie, one of my favorite movies from the 70s, James Caan in The Gambler. Now, I know this has a Blu-ray release, but I don't have it. This is the DVD only. But I would love to see a Criterion release of this movie. I love James Caan in this movie. I mean, you know, James Caan is great just about in everything he does. So I would love to see this movie get to Criterion at some point. This next one I may have talked about on the channel a little bit, and that is The 7-Ups with Roy Scheider, among others. One of my favorite police dramas from the 70s, and of course, as you know from the channel, I'm a big fan of Jaws, so anything Roy Scheider, I'm pretty much all in on. This movie got a Twilight Time Blu-ray release, I believe, but it'd be great to see this on the Criterion collection. I'd love to see more Fred Astaire movies on the Criterion collection. This one happens to be one that I watch quite a bit. Of course, Swing Time is part of the Criterion collection, but this is Royal Wedding, and I just love this film. I think the dancing is great. The performances are really good. So I'd love to see more Fred Astaire in the Criterion collection if possible. This next film, I really doubt it's going to get a Criterion release, but it would be great if we could get that. This happens to be a Warner Archive release, Going in Style, and I just love this film. George Burns, Art Carney, and Lee Strasberg, and they are so great in this movie. I think it's one of my favorites. So I would love to see this in the Criterion collection. This one also, does this have some special features? I guess this has a segment on the show Dino, which was one of my favorite talk shows also from a long time ago, featuring George Burns and Art Carney. But anyway, this would be great to see on the Criterion collection. Another film that I know is going to get a Blu-ray release is The Straight Story. This movie is a Disney film, so I'm not sure if it would ever get a Criterion collection release, but I absolutely love this film. I'm a big fan of David Lynch, so anything Lynch on Criterion would be awesome. So maybe someday on that one. And finally, I know this one, it was just announced, this one's going to get a Blu-ray release, but I have the 2-disc special edition of Prince of the City. We could always use more Sidney Lumet on the Criterion collection, and this is one of my favorite Sidney Lumet films. Again, another police drama, but I would love to see this. I'm sure there's going to be some extra features on the Blu-ray release of this movie, but love to see the Criterion treatment on this one as well. That's a great question, and you got a couple extra films in there that I would like to see. Of course, there's probably many more that I forgot about, but those are some that I'm would be great to see there. The next question is from Northern Lights. Here's a question. Can you give us a rundown of your system setup, TV, Blu-ray, DVD player, etc.? Maybe give us a look at it. I have a very simple system here. I've got a Samsung 55-inch TV, and I'm using my PS3 as a Blu-ray player. So there's really not much to see there. But that's primarily the place where I watch most of the movies. I don't really have a complicated sound setup or anything like that. But at some point, I would like to upgrade to a 4K system and maybe get a few more sound components, which I might do at some point. So that's as simple as it gets. That's my simple system that I have. I do have another TV, another Roku TV that's in the bedroom, but again, primarily I'm watching on the 55-inch Samsung TV. Great question. From Jared. Hey Dave, wanted to ask what your ranking is of all the Cronenberg films you have seen so far, or maybe just a top 3 favorites of his. By the time you get around to the July Q&A, I will have picked up the Cronenberg Criterion releases from the 50% off sale. And by the way, the 50% off sale from Barnes & Noble is still going on until the 1st of August. And I just placed another order, so I probably will have a final haul video up very soon. He says, I've recently become a huge fan of his works and was curious about your thoughts and comments on them too. I'm a big fan of Cronenberg films, and I have picked up a few. You probably saw in my first haul that I've been trying to fill in the gaps in my collection for Cronenberg. And I probably will do another ranking video just to talk about his films at some point. But I have a few favorites, and the one I just picked up is a movie that I've seen before, the Criterion Collection edition of Scanners. This is one of my favorite Cronenberg films. And there's the back of that one. And I have seen this one before. This happens to be spine number 712. So this would be one of my favorites. Also, I'm a big fan of The Fly. I love The Fly. This has a little card on it, by the way, too. So I think this card comes off. But this is kind of a cool edition of The Fly. I do have The Fly box set also. Anyway, there's the back of that one. And the other one that I just ordered, I know that was just released, is the version of The Dead Zone. So I'm hoping to get that one. So I would say those would be my 3 top favorite Cronenberg films. But I do like Crash also, Dead Ringers, and a few others. I'm, again, a big fan of his work, and there's, probably my favorites will change over time. But let me know if you have a favorite Cronenberg film in the comment section below. That would be great. And finally, from Vanessa, I want to know which holiday films you'll be watching next month for Christmas. Now, July went by so fast, and I was really busy watching other things. Really didn't have a lot of time to spend either on the Criterion channel. I've been watching a lot of series, a lot of summer shows, those types of things. But I did watch, this is maybe not even a Christmas film, but I did watch Olaf's Frozen Adventure, which is not on this particular disc, but it is on Disney+. And I really like that a lot. It really kind of gets me in the mood for winter and Christmas. Of course, it's very hot here being July. So I haven't really had a chance to watch a lot of Christmas movies in July. I really thought I would be doing that. There's a few days left, so I might be able to watch a few before the end of the month, but I really haven't had a chance to do that. Thank you so much for all the great questions and comments. I do appreciate it. If you have a question for next month's video, please leave it in the comments section below. Feel free to add any suggestions, ask any other questions, etc. That would be really great. If you like this video, click on like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. That would be really awesome. Thanks so much for watching today, and I sincerely hope that everyone is safe and well, and I'll talk to you soon.